So Anise got a nice little dragon tattoo, which is definitely not a Yakuza thing at all. And she discovered through her newfound power that Lainie is also like her, except Lainie didn't know that she had this power, and you know, I'm gonna stay suspicious of Lainie, and I hope that she's actually innocent through all this, so I just feel like an ass. Look, I just want to relate to Algard somehow, alright? He's just a fucking asshole. He's really out here making plans and all that. And also, I think I mentioned where I kind of reeled back a little bit, like, oh, maybe Algard is paving his own road. But now that I think about it, when he was talking to that guy, Chartreuse, that's his name, he said, like, oh, don't mess up again this time or whatever. So I would assume he's still sorta following Chartreuse, but we'll just have to see, you know? I'm still thinking on about the fact that he thinks that he's paving his own road, but someone is actually doing it for him, but secretly, you know, making him look like he's doing it. Yeah, well, we'll just have to see how it goes. And also, apparently, Anise is suggesting that she bring Lainie back to her place, but, you know, she already has Euphyllia and all that, so a little sus. But if you guys like the content, remember to leave the video a like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. I brought a new girl home! Woo! Surely is a tea moment. Ilya's just like, you did this to yourself. I'm leaving. Why not both, huh? Yeah, but she did kind of just stood there and did nothing. Well, I don't. I mean, I'll talk about it later if I remember. Oh, I guess Ilya stayed behind to watch this. She didn't get tea. I guess if they were going to start arguing, Ilya would have just been like, alright, I'm out of here. See you later. Oh, taking her back to Tilty. Well, if you need me, I'm gonna do a little surgery on you. Open that up. Hmm? She just felt it? Wow. Maybe she just activates it whenever she feels attacked, you know? But like, are they just born with it? Or like, someone just, you know, it's got a little magic sign, just went. Wow. It's text that's forbidden. And then it got turned into forbidden text. Okay, well, I see now. The vampire. Okay. Wow. Congrats, Lainie. You're a vampire. How fun. Exactly! You could use it for evil! Come on, Lainie! Let's go! Let's experiment. Oh, it's all red now instead of blue? Ooh! Oh, she's got a little face! She's a vampire! Oh my god! Look at that cute little fangs sticking out! Euphyllia's noticing her, her feeling of worthlessness coming back. Oh, it's gonna take Euphyllia, alright. We need to talk. Mm. Mm-hmm. She's just saying find your own ambition now that you're done. Now that Anisa's done doing what she was supposed to do with you. Oh, dude, Tilty's coming out here with all the questions. Yeah, you want to sleep on the same bed together? Mm-hmm. Damn, y'all gonna fucking sleep in the same bed while holding hands? Oh, too much. My teeth itches. I'll only take it from a peasant. Garbage ministry. Of course. Alright. I don't, yes. They're the conservatives. Oh, Euphyllia can help with this fucking politics shit, right? That's why you gotta send in your spokeswoman, Euphyllia. There you go. Just a smile from Tilty. All these people in their glasses. The dotted eyes. Anispia Win Paletia? Shady business. And then we'll build rockets and go into space. Yeah, fuck this bitch, am I right? Oh, she can use magic. Let's listen to her. God, the S's, dude. I swear to Christ, she said the same thing as. Alright. What was that? A fucking jet? What? It's a fucking flying jet ski, bro. Good thing Tilty's not on a fucking hot seat. She's not having a hot mic. Oh, she's bringing up the topic. Oh, Tilty's having fun with this shit. Wow, what a thunderous claps. Wow. Alright. Is there an after credit? No. Okay. Well, that was a nice episode. You know, we've got, Euphyllia essentially finding her worth. You know, finding her place in this whole magicology stuff. And of course, we got the whole thing with Lainie being a vampire. What? I can't with that. Damn you, Lainie. Oh my god. I'm over here like, who's the ship with Lainie now that they've brought her into this, right? That's the only thing I've been thinking about this with Lainie. I was thinking about that, actually, in the beginning. And then they started talking the whole thing about Lainie being a vampire. And now I can think about it as like, Lainie's a vampire, because of course she is. But I guess, yeah, of course, in terms of like the power of fascination, that does make sense, because that is something that vampires are able to do. They're able to like hypnotize people and all that. Although she's not the usual vampire where she can't go out of the sun, you know? So she's just, wait a minute. Didn't they say if you suck the blood of a well, actually, no, she's a... I was gonna say, apparently, according to them, if you suck the blood of someone else, they become a vampire, right? But I suppose Lainie is just like a descendant of a descendant of a descendant. So, like, that whole sucking blood and turning people into vampire thing is not really valid, I guess, you know? But I suppose eventually, at some point, she could turn people into vampires if she wants, you know? But the rules of vampirism really changes with every freaking series, you know? Like with Call of the Night, they can only turn someone into a vampire if that person is in love with them. So, I don't know. Well, now I'm done talking about that, let's get back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 7 of Tensei Kakumei. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode. I enjoyed it. It was, well, I mean, I just said it was very nice. But, you know, we've got two things. Yeah, we've got Lainie becoming a vamp, or learning that she is a descendant of vampires, and also becoming a vampire, I suppose. You know, she's got red eyes and little fangs now. And we learned that Euphyllia, well, we see that Euphyllia is now finding her place in magicology, or her place beside Anise, where, you know, Anise doesn't have a lot of talking power, because all these royals, all these nobles, they already have a preconception of Anise, you know, being this wild child, this person who is not blessed by the spirits. So they're just like, oh, why should we listen to her? You know, fuck this girl. we don't care about this whole heretic shit that you're talking about. And so Anise, who's had trouble trying to get people into magicology this whole time because of of the way that she acts, and of course the way that she is not blessed by the spirits and all that. So now with Euphyllia coming in, who is blessed by the spirits, who has a good reputation before, you know, Algard was trying to fucking fuck it up. So with her coming in and her taking the step to be the person who speaks up about magicology, you know, that is going to set people's opinion on magicology in a much more positive light than what Anise has been doing. So it's very nice to see that, again, Euphyllia has found her place beside Anise anyways. Moving away from that a little bit, let's all have a nice appreciation time for Tilty. You know, we've always gotta appreciate Tilty when she's here in an episode. You know, she was really out here the one who, like, alright, I think I figure what this sort of shit that's going on with Lainie, you know, let me take out this forbidden text that Anise gave me before, and let me tell you about the story of vampire. Although she was talking about that with Anise first, you know, she's like, it must be that, right? And then she takes out the forbidden text and is just like, yeah, so you're a fucking vampire, Lainie. And then she also was the one who was experimenting, or as he says, training, with Lainie, so that Lainie could be able to control her power a little bit more, and that turned Lainie into, you know, a full set of vampire. Except not a full set, because if she was a full set, she wouldn't be able to hang out in the sun. Anyways, she did also mention that, like, if this magicite inside of her wasn't active, it would have been unhealthy for her. So it was a good thing that they managed to activate this magicite and get her, you know, with her fangs and eyes and all that. So, you know, we've got Tilty doing that, and then we've got Tilty looking at Euphyllia and being like, what the fuck are you looking at me like that? Come on over. I need to talk to you for a second. So she goes and she talks to Euphyllia like, hey, what do you feel? You feeling jealous right now? And Euphyllia just doesn't even know. She's just like, what? What are you talking about? I'm feeling jealous? It was nice that Tilty got to talk to Euphyllia about, like, what do you want to do? You know, it's another talk about, like, her ambition and what she wants to do after this whole fucking thing is over, or, you know, now that she's not being wedded to the king and not becoming queen anymore. You know, what is your ambition? What are you going to do? And it was nice of Tilty to give Euphyllia a push, you know, just her giving her own side of the story about, like, hey, I help Anise out with her whole magicology stuff because I find it interesting. You know, it's to my own benefit, but I'm not really into her, like, wanting to become a magician or whatever. You know, like, that's her own shit. But if you want to follow that path, you can't be half-hearted and all that shit, because if you do, you're going to end up regretting it. So it's again, it's very nice for Tilty to come in and tell Euphyllia this shit, because, like, even Ilya had noticed it when Euphyllia was just staring at Anise and Tilty and thinking about, like, wow, these two are so great. God, I wish that was me. So, yeah, Tilty truly was the MVP in this episode, now I think about it. She was the person who was just moving the plot along. She got shit done. Also, that whole thing that I mentioned about, like, I was wondering who they're going to ship Lainie with. I'm still not sure. You know, at first I was just kind of like, are they trying to ship Lainie with Tilty? And then later on, I'm just like, are they trying to ship Lainie with Ilya? I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see who they're trying to ship Lainie with. And just in case, you know, people don't know, I don't really ship people on my own accord. You know, I just follow whatever the story gives me, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You know, I'm totally cool with that. And yeah, I don't particularly do ships, and if I say I ship someone, it's mainly a joke, and, like, I don't really think that hard about it. That reminds me, I wanted to look at Lainie's voice actress, because I kinda, she sounds a little similar to someone, but I just I just need to know. Oh, she voices Shinju. That's why her panic sound, it sounded familiar to me. I was just like, it sounds like a certain character that I've heard before. I was sort of thinking of Maria from My Next Life as a Villainess at first, but you know, the voice actress for Maria has a much more husky tone to it, which I very much like. But when I think about it, yeah, she really does sound. I mean, she is Shinju, but you know, the way when she did that whole panicking, it really does sound like Shinju and how she panics. Also, I see that she's also going to be voicing Yamada from Boku Yaba. Well then. She's also relatively new, like she doesn't have that big of a roster, but she's gonna voice Yamada? Oh my god! Okay, now that I have that over with, I feel like I've pretty much have mentioned everything. I mean, we did see Chartreuse again, and that other guy who I suppose is probably aligned with Chartreuse. You know, the other guy, Chartreuse is the one with one glasses, and the other guy has two glasses. So, yeah, they seem a little pissed when Euphyllia was out here swaying the audience to her side. They were just like, how fucking dare she do this, you know? We can't have this shit. This is some heretic stuff. You know, of course, I mean, I would also assume that they're probably the sort who are like, no, if this comes out to the regular people, they'll start to think that they're as good as us when we can't have them that. We need to continue pushing them down. Get these peasants out of here. I don't know. Well, we'll just have to see their standpoint, you know, but we have learned that they are quite the conservative. So we'll just have to see what's up with them and how their plan with Algard continues. So that will be interesting. I do wonder with the previous episode where Algard was talking with Chartreuse and how Algard was just mentioning something about Lainie, and I had wondered at that point, like, did Algard kind of had a suspicion about Lainie's power? I wonder if that's the reason why he was like trying to get with Lainie, because she had this power that she didn't know that was getting people on her side. I don't know. I would assume so from the way that you talk, but we'll have to see when it continues, you know, with Lainie being a cute little vampire now. I don't know why. Lainie just vampirism just makes me chuckle. But okay. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys. Wait. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, I'll write it in the description. Never mind. Okay. I just messed up my own out.